Alright, today I'm going to be making a menu music tier list for the killers in Dead by Daylight. I'm going to listen to each track and then talk about it and then put it on the list. Okay, we'll kick things off with the default killer theme. Let's hear it. Okay, so we have a very dark take on the DBD theme here. There's a non-stop guitar pulse with regularity and relentlessness, which represents the killers very nicely, with the inevitable death that will come with them. I like this one, and I'm going to put this as a benchmark in the C tier. Next up, we have the Hillbilly. Okay, what I really like about this one is how the guitar is made to sound like a chainsaw. That's great sound design. Underneath the lead guitar, which sounds like a chainsaw, there's a constant bass playing eighth notes that's also making up the percussion line. I really like what they did with the Hillbillies theme. For me, it's going to go right in the B tier. Next up, we have the Nurse. Starting off with very low stringed instruments, which is outlined in the DBD theme underneath here. With some very nice ambience, very suspenseful sounds. And then a piano playing a very nice melody. Has a very ghostly feel to it. Very classical, thriller, suspenseful. This is a really nice theme. Got some nice stringed pad sound effect there. That's a very nice theme. I really like that. I'm going to put that in the A tier. Okay, next up we have the Hag. Okay, starting off here we got some very organic tribal-esque drums. And then the DBD theme being played through some kind of blown pipe. With a lot of reverb on them as well. There's a heavy contrast between the percussions and the pipes here. The percussion's very narrow in the center, and the pipes are very wide in the mix. Okay, I got some sound effects playing there. Sounds like metal or something. Very metallic-y quality. Almost links to the magical feel of the Hag's ability to like make the hexes and stuff. Got a little bell there. More tribal sound effects. I recognise that bass line in underneath there. That swell, that's from the Terror Radius. And for me, I'm going to put the Hag's menu theme right underneath the default theme. Next up, we have the Huntress. Okay, we have a very filtered flute sound here. Lots of reverb and echoes. Very minimalistic so far. I can hear a ticking clock sound or something. That's a very heavily filtered woodwind instrument there. A flute, definitely. Okay, got some drums, building a little bit here. More of that ticking clock sound. Got some risers playing here. Very nice. Very sparse, kind of like the unsuspecting prey in the Huntress's woods almost kind of vibes from this one. I like it. Okay, so I really like this theme. I'm going to put it just underneath the Nurse in the A tier. Next up, we have the Doctor's theme. That's a very powerful synthesizer playing straight away there with the DBD theme. Has a very high voltage sound quality to it. Fits in with the Doctor very perfectly. Okay, we have a distorted, a filtered woodwind or something there. Very empty space here. Okay, we've got more like electrical sounds. It's a very narrow mix, this one. It kind of makes it feel like you're there being tortured by the Doctor. That's a really nice sound. Very impactful drums as well. Okay, another very cool theme, fits the Doctor very well. I'm going to put it right above the default theme, just here in the C tier. Next up, we have the Clown. Very nice. That's a very raspy brass instrument there. It's got all the circus cliches in one here. You just instantly know this is for a clown. Lots of like swelling sound effects underneath. That was a nice riser there, I like that. Very nice synthesizer there. I mean, this captures the idea of a circus really well. Very nice. Okay, I really like this one. They did a great job of capturing the feel of a circus. I'm going to put it just above the Nurse in the A tier. Okay, so next up we have the Spirit. Very classical Japanese sounding flutes there. You can hear a guitar bass line playing underneath. We got some more drums there. Okay, got some brass instruments going there. Some strings there as well, very nice. All the guitars coming through a bit more now. There we go. Okay, got some more sound effects there. And it does give off the vengeful ghost spirit idea. That is very cool. I like that end bit. That's really nice. Got the panpipes playing right there. That's a very nice articulation. Another great sounding theme. I'm going to put it just above the Hillbilly in the B tier. Alright, next up we have the Legion. Okay, we've got a very filtered guitar here. Nice. That's a cool riff there, I like that. The DBD theme as well as the bass underneath. Nice. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. A very attack-heavy guitar there. Kind of represents, I guess, the dark, twisted, edgy style to the Legion, almost. Yeah, this is excellent. Really nice. Okay, so I'm going to put the Legion's theme just above the Nurse in the A tier. Next up, we have the Plague. Okay. Got some woodwind sounds here. Very regal. Definitely tell this is the High Priestess. Very regal sounding. That's such a royal sound, very rich. Okay, here's some shakers there. With a lot of reverb on them. Kind of represents the temple. Very organic, yeah. Shows the twisted relationship between the plague and the entity very nicely. It's almost tragic in a way. That's solid. Alright, a very nice character-fitting menu theme for the plague. However, this is going to be my first one in the D tier. Next up, we have Ghostface. Very distorted chromatic synthesizers here. Mixed in with swells in lower percussion and brass instruments I can hear. Nice synthesizers there. Okay, now we've got woodwind instruments playing the DBD theme. Oh wow. Those are very chaos-installed synthesizers there. With the classical woodwind. It captures the contrast between the old and the new in Ghostface. Here's some knife sound effects as well. There's a lot of contrast in this menu theme between old and new. With the woodwinds and then the synthesizers. That's cool. Okay, for me personally, I'm going to put this one just above the plague in the D tier. Next up, we have the Demogorgon. Oh, that is just perfect. Lovely synthesizers playing here. Very Stranger Things, like that synth playing underneath. It's on an arpeggio just going up and down. That's really nice. Very nice, consistent drum pattern underneath. This is this is so nice. Captures Stranger Things perfectly. Nice crescendo there. That is lovely. Really, really nice. There's a bass. That's a bass guitar there. Very distorted though, mixed in with the synthesizer. That is just outstanding. Absolutely amazing work. The Demogorgon for me has to go in the S tier. Okay, next up we have the Oni. Okay. More flutes. Very heavy drums. Getting some bells as well. More metallic-y sounds playing in the percussion. Some nice repetitions of the DBD theme playing here in the first section here. Ooh, okay. More traditional Japanese instruments here. That's like a hammered string, some kind of like hammered harp or something. Something of that quality. Same brass instruments and drums playing. This is really nice. Here's some ambience underneath there now. Very nice. Another great menu theme. For me, I'm going to put it just below the Demogorgon in the S tier. Next up, we have the Deathslinger. Let's hear it. Okay, we have a mixture of a guitar and a synthesizer there, playing the DBD theme. Very slowly. Some ambient sound effects playing there. This really sells the emptiness and vastness of the Wild West. I can almost picture the scene in my head just listening to this. Very nice sound effects there. Some shakers, of course. That bass there making up the percussion and the bass line at once. That's very cool. Okay, got that playing again. Nice. Not a lot going on in this one, but it's very effective. Okay, and for me personally, I'm going to put the Deathslinger just underneath the Plague in the D tier. Next up, we have Pyramid Head. Okay, that's very nice. Got a very echoey piano there playing the DBD theme with some sound effects and rises underneath it. That's a really nice sound. Some kind of synthesizer there. Okay, that's a mixture of the piano from the start, and we got some kind of dulcimer, perhaps on a tremolo effect or something there. That's really nice. Captured the Silent Hill vibe perfectly in this one. Okay, got a vibraphone playing there. Lots of reverb. That's great. Another very good menu theme here. For me, I'm going to put it right above the Demogorgon in the S tier. Okay, next up we have the Blight. Let's hear it. We have a full string section playing here. We're getting a lot of sorrow, emotion. Yeah, this is a very emotional menu theme. I'm only hearing strings as well. This is just a full string section playing this one so far. Oh, this sells the tragic backstory of the Blight really nicely. It just screams tragedy, this. That's a great composition, very nice. Another very great menu theme. I'm going to put it just underneath the Oni in the S tier. Next up, we have the Twins. Let's hear it. Okay, instantly starting off with the accordion, playing the DBD theme. With a very nice percussion pattern playing underneath. That was a very cool brass sound effect there. Almost sounded like a scream or a cry. It's avoiding going to the major key as well. It's staying in the minor key. That emphasises the sadness and the tragedy. We now have a music box playing the DBD theme. Also staying in the minor key. Being a child's toy, that represents Victor, obviously. And playing in the minor key emphasises the sadness and the tragic side to the Twins' lore. This is very nice. Another very nice menu theme. For me, that's going to go right above the Blight in the S tier. Okay, next up we have the Trickster. Let's hear it. Very dark synthesizers here, almost like a siren quality to them there. That's a very distorted synthesizer, very nice. Okay, we're picking things up a bit with the drum beats here. Very nice electronic drums. Some echoes and delays there. This is very different. This is really cool. Nice synthesizers there. Some kind of voice or something there. Okay, we're going to crescendo up here. This is right. This is good. These are very well made. There's a big contrast here between the dark side of the Trickster and almost the pop star life. That's a very well made piece of music there. I really like how that sounds. That's going to go right up here in the S tier above the Demogorgon. Okay, next up we have Nemesis. Let's hear it. Instantly just sounds big. Okay, we have some brass swells and more brass instruments playing the DBD theme. Very impactful heavy drums. There's a nice bass line playing underneath there. Quite a metallic-y quality to it. Nice, that's a nice accent in there in the brass instruments. This is nice. Very repetitive drum lines, but it goes really nice with those brass instruments. Okay. Okay, we switch to triplets now. That was really cool. And again. Fits Nemesis perfectly, just being chased by this absolute monster. Those triplets are really nice there. Okay, it's kind of calmed down a bit now. Kind of paints the idea of an abandoned city. Got that bass playing again that was playing in the first bit. Got some risers playing there. Very nice bass line as well. Lots of echoey percussion. That's a serious piece of music. That's very good. Okay, for me, the Nemesis' menu theme is going to go right above the Demogorgon in the S tier. Alright, next up we have Pinhead. Let's hear it. Ooh, very cinematic straight away. Sounds like we're having a bow playing the DBD theme there. Also some brass instruments as well. I can hear in cinematic swells underneath. Very nice lower down strings playing as well underneath. Very good. Also got some brass instruments playing the DBD theme as well here. Very good mix. Very true to Hellraiser this. Got some voices. This really does represent a higher power. Perfect use of a choir there. Got some brass swells as well, very good. Nice, the voices there with the brass instruments underneath. Very nice. Alright, a very nice cinematic menu theme for Pinhead. I'm going to put it right above the clown in the A tier. Next up we have the artist. Let's hear it. Woodwinds and strings here in the first half. That's a very nice sound playing the DBD theme there. High-pitched flutes and some other synth or something underneath it. This also has an element of emotion to it as well. Very nice classical strings there. Okay. Got a flute playing there. It's almost a bit of Thriller as well, adapted in a tragic way to fit the backstory of the artist. Some brass instruments doing their thing here. Got crows as well. Or bird sound effects, very nice. Direct lore tie-in. And coming back round here with these strings. A really nice menu theme. I'm going to put the artist just underneath the Huntress in the A tier. Next up we have Sadako. Let's hear it. Okay, there's a very nice sampled synthesizer effect there. Okay, we've got a constant bass line being played in low strings and percussion there. Very nice. The whole thing's sort of getting a bit more distorted as we're going on. But that represents the inevitable death that comes with Sadako's curse, I guess. Very nice. That's a very ghostly sound effect there. Some kind of voice that's very sampled. and filtered. Yeah, that constant bassline playing from the start, it's definitely getting more distorted. That sound effect's back again, very nice. That's very good. Okay, for me, Sadako's menu theme will go just underneath the Hillbilly in the B tier. Next up, we have the Dredge. Let's hear it. There's a mix of synthesizers and drones there. This is very terrifying, very like fits that nightmare idea of the Dredge. Very suspenseful. Very echoey percussion line playing underneath everything here. Lots of reverb. The constant evolving bass line provides a constant sense of dread. Really nice. Okay, we've got a mixture of what sounds like plucked strings and some kind of temple block. Very random. Has a big lack of atonal center. Supports the mysterious manifestation that the Dredge is. Very nice. Very cool menu theme. I'm going to put the Dredge just above Sadako in the B tier. Okay, next up we have Wesker, the mastermind. Let's hear it. Straight away with very articulated strings and drums. Brass instruments as well. It's very precise. Nice, more strings playing here. Playing the DBD theme again, but in a different pattern this time. It feels very focused and precise, just like Wesker. Reflects him as a character perfectly. Okay, we have some kind of... We have definitely violins playing here. Have a very slurred articulation to them. Yeah, this gives that feel of a boss. Like, very focused, very precise, very calculated. Okay, we've got some strings there in the form of a riser. The drums are building up. Very good. Another very cool menu theme, fits Wesker perfectly. I'm going to put this right above Blight in the S tier. Okay, next up we have the Night. Let's hear it. Okay. That's a very interesting interpretation of the DBD theme. It's being played in the accenting of that bass. And very filtered brass instruments as well. That's what that main sound is. It's a brass instrument that's been very heavily filtered. More bass synthesizers here. It's a very twisted take on the classical idea of a night. It's more like a nightmare. Okay, we got a snare drum playing there. Got a pulsing bass line there and a synthesizer playing. It's almost like an imagined ghost night, this. Something you'd think of in a nightmare. It's a very cool sound effect, that filtered brass sound. Okay, a very interesting take on a night. I'm going to put this one in the B tier, right above the Dredge. Okay, and then finally we have the Skull Merchant. Let's hear it. Okay. Very distorted synthesizers. That's nice percussion, I really like that. Okay, we've changed the feel here. Slowed down again. Sound effects everywhere here. Okay. Very organic percussion playing in this one. It feels very played. Well, that was a lovely bass line, that bit. Okay, we're speeding up again. This does fit the lore very nicely, the Skull Merchant. It's like she's on the edge of becoming a psychopath. She's torn between civilization and herself in her killings. Very nice. This is a really good composition. That's a very solid menu theme in my opinion. I'm going to put that one right at the top of the A tier. Okay, so that's my menu music tier list for the killers in Dead by Daylight. Remember, this is just my opinion. Make sure you let me know what you think in the comments down below and what you would change and what you think. From this video on, I will now be reacting to killers' new menu music when it gets added to the game. In those videos, I will react to the menu music, talk about them, and then add them to this tier list, so make sure you stay tuned for those videos. Make sure you let me know if you'd like to see more tier list videos on the channel, whether that's from the seasonal event menu themes, the skin collection menu themes, the chase music, the terror radius. Let me know which one you'd like to see. Also, if you didn't know, I have a channel where I make fan-made chase music and menu music for the killers in Dead by Daylight. I'll leave a link to that in the description, so make sure you go and check out those menu themes that I've made. Please consider subscribing and liking the video for more content. And yeah, thank you for watching.